Chapter 211 from our favorite drunk. Except this isn't the one where she gets drunk. Vampire Training Plan. So this takes place after 210. Duh, fucking... Mara lays the slept vampire child in the tent courteously. She might have been tired because a lot of things happened. Marzofus-kun, you also take a rest. You're considerably exhausted after becoming a vampire. You should just discuss and decide what to do from now on with Ojo-chan. You're right. I will accept your kind offer. Mara disappears into the tent. Now then, no matter what choice those children pick, the things that we're doing won't change. We only head to the demon's territory. Shiro-chan wants to go leisurely, or do you want to rush? If it's leisurely, how long will it take? About 3 years. If rush, about half a year. It's the standard here. That's... 1 year in this world was 411 days, right? The 3 years in this world means that it doesn't reach 3.5 years when converting to the Earth's calendar. If we rush, if it's half a year, which is about 200 days. Because there's no transporting like the car, rushing means running, and I can't insert a retort of how long. Well, a 3 years course, huh? After all, the vampire child will come along. I mean, there are no other choices. Selecting the other choices in this situation means that it's okay that she's a suicide applicant, right? And thinking so, rushing to return is impossible. Although it's nothing for the Demon King and me, there's no way the vampire child Mara can catch up with us. Even if it's not like that, I want to go sightseeing, so I'll go with the leisurely course. It's not that the world will ruin today or tomorrow. Let's go leisurely. I expect that Shiro-chan would say so. Yeah. By the way, did you appraise? I did. It's about the vampire child Mara, as expected of the former half-same existence. On top of guessing what I wanted to say by tacit understanding immediately, she begins to write the appraisal result to 2 people on paper taken out of somewhere. The past paper, no, this is the thing that's made like a paper with threads. Can the threads do things like this? I will use it as a reference. And so, I look at the written content on the past thread paper. Weak. No. When comparing them with the ordinary people, they are not weak. In the first place, seeing for me, the entire humans are weak, and the vampire child is still a baby. But this is a status that will die immediately when being thrown into the Elro Great Labyrinth. Can the vampire child live with such a weak status? Although she might get better if she grows up because she's a baby, when thinking about the human's weakness, even if she grows up like this, not to mention the dragon class, even the Drake class is seen as an enough threat for the humans. The present vampire child seems to even be killed by the frog in the Elro Great Labyrinth. Although Mara has a status to some extent, still, if he encountered the snake, he can't win. Should I train them a little? Although I don't have such firm motivation, it might be considerably different if I train them a little while moving. Let's do so. The travel time might be able to be shortened if the status of the vampire child Mara rises. Above all, if they become able to protect themselves, there's no need to do it anymore. I decide so, make a simple home and go to bed. Before that, I transfer to every places where I laid my eggs and recovered it. Although all of them have hatched, I make them into my subordinates by the point of kin domination, or rather, I make them into a part of me and throw them into a different space. It saved the trouble because they stayed obediently after hatching. If such a group has been released into the world, it would be a great tumult. I don't know. The Elro babies, they have grown up splendidly. They will surely live strongly. I mean, they possibly have their self-established by now. I can't recover them. After this, they will surely be acknowledged as a new monster in the Elro Great Labyrinth. Well, none of my business. Child care abandonment or anything. Just say whatever you want. And of course, they do. They are now the remnants of the nightmare. Which is fucking brilliant. I finished recovering most of them and returned to the simple home, and this time I'm going to bed. Although I don't need to sleep in particular, if the sleep desire and the appetite are omitted from me, nothing will remain. Sleep, wake up, eat, sleep. Healthy. Thus, good night. The movement begins on the next day. I have the vampire child to walk. Although she's a baby, as long as I can see her status, she shouldn't have any problems if it's only walking. That's why it's good to walk. The monsters don't come near us thanks to the Demon King's intimidation. It's an easy work to only walk in the forest. Although Mara said something and opposed it, why does he have to reject that much when it's only walking? I ignore him. I pass the bottle filled with the blood of the elves to Mara. Although the vampire child is alright even if she doesn't drink blood because of the effect of true ancestor title, if Mara doesn't drink it, his status will fall steadily. Although his face becomes stiff, I want him to have a clear-cut attitude because he must drink it. When compared with me, who only had poison as food, it's much better. Poison, huh? Poison. Raise their poison resistance, and on the occasion let them acquire gross feeder title, huh? Sounds good. They can acquire the corrosion resistance after all. Thus, I consult the Demon King. The Demon King has a poison synthesis skill, so she can create poison easily. A slight poison to the extent that won't die as is synthesized. The montai is synthesized, and if a meal is prepared with it, the poison dish is completed. Let's have them eat poison dish until the gross feeder title can be acquired. The vampire child Mera reluctantly ate the poison dish completely. The next day, I taught the magic combat act to the vampire child Mera. The way to do it is easy. I used my power to activate a magic combat act forcibly and have them only to maintain it. Although it's only that, Mera had a little troubles in maintaining it. Although vampire child succeeded in one time, Mera failed many times. Is it because the skill level of the magic manipulation low? I'm glad because he became able to do it in the end, though. In my case, I have to work it out from the start with feelings, so if they can't maintain it easily, I will be troubled. Although I started this with a light feeling of, if they train a little, isn't that fine? It seems to be full of troubles in the future. Yeah! So she's training everybody. This is great. So, what, 3 years? Looks like we got a road trip arc ahead of us. Well, I don't think it's gonna last that long, but road trip stories are fun.